Hi everyone, today is December 8th, yeah, because yesterday was the 7th, so that makes today the 8th. Didn't really know what to talk about today, so I'm going to be reading some things out of this book. It's called Hungry, a young model's story of appetite, ambition, and the ultimate embrace of curves. I know you're not all going to read this. I wish you would, because it is an amazing book, and it has changed my views on everything. Well, not on everything, but like on life and like my body and stuff. It really is a good book, but I'm just going to read some things out of here that I think kind of would apply to a lot of you. I'm not saying it has to, but I'm sure it would apply to some of you. I didn't finish my sentence. Alright, anyways, I am going to start. There's a few in here that I want to read to you. I should probably bookmark them. Justin's creeping in the back. Okay. Alright. And I will now begin. Wait is the most egregious example of, if only I achieve this one thing, my life will truly begin. But it's not the only example. Maybe you've thought, if you were only more popular, if you only had a boyfriend, if your boyfriend would only marry you, if you only had more money, if you only had a better job, if your parents were only nicer people, your life would be perfect. Guess what? It wouldn't be. I look back at my pictures of myself in the spiral of my anorexia, when my eyes were sunk in my face and tendons stood out of my neck. And I think about where I was mentally back then. I was thinking, if only I were a little thinner, my life would be perfect. The only thinner I could have been was dead. Whatever our size, whatever our history, and whatever our burdens, if we choose not to be happy, we won't be. So many women spend their entire lives thinking they're too heavy, and then they look back at the pictures of themselves when they were younger, and they realize they were beautiful. It's so sad that they didn't know it at the time. In 1938, Diddy, Curl Up and Diet, Audrey Nash wrote, "To the world she may appear slinky and feline." I don't know how to say that word. But she inspects herself in the mirror and cries, "Oh, I look like a sea lion." As the poem says, we are invariably our own worst enemy. So many of us think we look like a sea lion or a manatee or a narwhal, no matter what size we are. Such self-loathing is a huge waste of energy. Energy we could be using to enjoy the beach vacation, the foxy dress, and the cute guy. Yeah, that kind of got to me. I thought it was so true for so many people, so many girls out there. Sorry if you're a guy. A lot of this kind of applies to girls. It could apply to you if you're a guy, but it's not as common. Here's the next one. Like the crazy platform shoe I mentioned earlier, photoshopping has tipped too far into excess. Eyes are widened, noses are straightened, teeth are whitened, arms and legs are slimmed, skin is shined up like a shoe, heads and bodies are removed, rejiggered, and rematched like ripped up paper dolls. Perfect is the new normal, and that's a problem. Isn't that the truth? Such a good book! You should all read it. Once again, it's Hungry, a young model's story of appetite, ambition, and the ultimate embrace of curves by Crystal Renn. It's really good. Everyone say hi to Justin. Alright. Confidence is what ultimately makes us attractive, no matter what we look like. In Ain't She Sweet, Susan Elizabeth Phillips has her heroine Sugar Beth realize that she is responsible for her own happiness. But more than that, she understands that part of embracing one's own strength is making sure other people don't experience prejudice and disenfranchisement. People will always try to steal your power, she tells a teenage girl in the book. They might tell you not to feel bad about screwing up a math test because math is hard for girls, or they'll say you shouldn't worry so much about injustice in the world because you're only one person. And even though they mean well, they'll be making you less than what you can be. When we tell ourselves we're failures for weighing more than a chart tells us to, we're relinquishing our own power. Girls who value things about themselves other than the way they look, their intelligence, athleticism, musical ability, capacity for friendship, aren't nearly as affected by media ideals about beauty. Study after study has shown that. My most important advice, which may sound ironic coming from a model, is this. Stop obsessing about being looked at. Do stuff. Just be. Don't wait to be thin to start living. As a flat blogger, Joy Nash says, life begins now. I was fortunate enough to have a mom who conveyed over and over that she treasured me, and not because of the way I looked. If you're a teenage girl, it says reading, but if you're a teenage girl hearing this and you're not so lucky to have a relative who makes you feel truly loved and accepted, whatever your size, I recommend surrounding yourself with people who can help, or who can help you feel good. Friends, teachers, a friend's mom. Please know that the bad stuff in your life will not last forever. Learn to trust yourself and tune out the noise of the naysayers. Inside, there's a place that's you, separate from anything that's ever happened to you. Don't be afraid to change the world. Today I'm sorry I burned so many of my old photographs because I wish I could look back at how far I've come. I'm discovering that I don't have to turn my back on everything that came before I was happy. There's a lot I can learn from what made me miserable. I think that was the last one. Yeah, that was. But I'm going to show you pictures. I'm going to sit up. This is very uncomfortable. It's better. Let's see. That's when she was a little girl. Okay. Look. She was 98 pounds and she was 5'9". And she still thought she was fat. Like, look at her. She is so skinny. It's insane. Like, never jeopardize yourself like that. It's not worth it. Look at her now that she gained back her weight. She's beautiful. She is so pretty. And she finally knows that, and she finally feels that way. And she deserves to. She's a plus-size model. And she is one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen. Like, look at these pictures. See, she is beautiful. Not just on the inside, not just on the outside, but on the inside, too. Some of the things she says in here are absolutely amazing. I really suggest getting this book. It's really good. So yeah, that's that. Let me see. I think that's all I wanted to talk about today. I'm just gonna go over everything I usually go over in every single video, no matter what I talk about. You're beautiful, handsome, you're flawless, you are amazing, you're you, and that's all you should ever be. Don't change to try and fit in. You don't need to fit in. Being yourself is what makes you different, and being different is good. You don't want to just be another one of those people. You want to be different so you can stand out. I know standing out may seem kind of scary because everybody is, I don't know, paying more attention to you. Well, not really paying more attention to you, but they can make fun of you for being yourself. Well, they want you, everyone tells you to be yourself, and then they make fun of you for it. That's what I don't understand. Just don't give in to all the pressure of them wanting you to be yourself, but then they make fun of you. Don't let that get to you, because you need to be yourself. Please just trust me on that. Just be yourself. I have a good friend, and she cares a lot about what other people think about her. I try to change her mind, but it doesn't work. I am hoping that one day I can get it through to her that she just needs to be herself. She's trying to get very skinny just so guys will notice her. Well, if a guy is only gonna like her because she's skinny, then that guy does not deserve her. She deserves someone who loves her for her. And that goes for all of you. You don't need to be skinny. You don't need to be toned. You don't have to have muscles if you're a guy. You don't have to be perfect because you are, well, you don't have to look physically perfect because you are already perfect because you are you. Please just get that through your head. I love all of you. I'm always here for you guys. I'll put my Tumblr down there in the box. And if you ever need to talk to me, I'm always here for you. I'll give you the best advice I can, but that's all I can promise. I'm not going to say it's going to be perfect. I'm just going to tell you the truth, what I think that you should do. But yeah, that's all for today. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. And you guys are so amazing. Like, you don't even realize it. Have a good day or night, wherever you live. I don't know where you live. Just, yeah. Love you guys. Bye.